Good morning, crafty friends. Welcome to my craft room. I'm Yvonne with Amjour, and this is the Morning Coffee Journaling Club. And it is the first recording that I am doing in 2025. I rang in the new year with COVID. I made it all through the holidays, and New Year's Eve I started feeling really bad, and so it's been downhill from there. So I have not really even started on my January journal. But I have to say, as I got to feeling better, of course I was quarantined in my own house. My husband moved into our spare bedroom, and I stayed in our bedroom, and it was, I should say it was very lovely. It wasn't, because I didn't feel very well and I didn't like feeling stuck. But I got my meals brought to me, snacks, coffee, you name it. There was a little table outside of the door where we kind of exchanged meals. I put my dirty dishes in a dishpan. It was, towards the end, he said that he thought I liked the treatment. So yesterday we washed everything. Of course, I'm negative now. We washed all the sheets and bed sheets and blankets and all my clothes, and washed surfaces down just to try not to spread this. It's COVID is still here, and it's nasty. So as I was feeling better, I did a lot of things. I had my husband, oops, I bumped you. I had my husband grab me a to-go kit. And so towards the end of 2024, I kept saying, I really need to figure out a way to journal on the go, or sit on the couch and do some journaling. I'm going to see if I can move this up. And so this COVID may have taught me a way. And so maybe this particular container, wow. Oh, I guess that's it. Unless I unscrew everything, and then things might start falling off. But this is a old 31 bag that I had. It's one that it's the size of a square Kleenex box. So in here I have, and I used to use this. I don't know why I stopped using it. I put just some pens, a travel ruler. I used to use this for my work. A small bone folder, a small craft knife, tiny little scissors. So that became my tools. I did have this little paper tool. I forget where I even picked this up, but it's tiny. It's only 7 inches long and 3.5 inches wide. I didn't use this. I didn't need to, because I had most things ready to try to finish off my December journal. And then I just grabbed. I knew I was going to be quarantined, so of course I grabbed my, where's the other one? I'm digging in this, oops, in this container, and this is how it went. It was very hard and difficult to work out of that. I grabbed my favorite glues. My husband had to bring me 2 more of these. I use this tape runner to tape down pictures in my journal. And I realized how many I actually go through. So this may be something I rethink in 2025, but I really do like it, and it keeps the pictures secure. I love this glue stick. It's my favorite glue stick. And art glitter glue. I use that for heavier cardstock to keep it down. So those were my 3 staples. And what else? And I just grabbed stuff. So to try to finish off my December journal. So in this bag, it was a bunch of journaling spots. It's actually an entire bag of Happy Planner stickers. I've got to figure out how to use these because I think I only used 1 or 2. Set those to the side because that's all Christmas. And then most of this I've gone through and it went into the December journal. Whoops. There's 1 scrap that I kept. I might let that go. But I grabbed pieces of scrapbook paper that I had used to make the journal, to have some journaling cards. I had cut out these tags, and there were more in this pack. I just didn't use those. So that's all Christmas, I think. Well, no, that definitely says December. I didn't use it. Okay, and whoops, more papers. So it was really difficult to work through in here. Oh, here's some magazine clippings that I didn't use. Set that there. Just the edges. Here's the little bags that I brought. Oh, here's one of the journaling cards. Oh, well, these were in my stash, but I thought, well, I could use this throughout the year, not just December. December, I'm packing away and starting a brand new year. So I just can go over there. These are just little bits of tags and little odds and ends. I'm not going to pull them out because, again, I'm packing December up. I had some ribbon. I did use some ribbon out of here on the journal itself. Some, I don't know what these are called, like embellishments, glue dot embellishments. It's all Christmas. Here's some more of those journaling cards. They were not like this. I asked my husband to bring me some sandwich bags, and so I was able to organize them a little better to be able to pack them away. So that's how I spent my time. I finished my December journal back there. These are larger. These are some greeting cards. I used a few. I cut some up. This was a whole card. How did it go? I think this was the inside. I don't know, but they're little doors. I thought they were cute. So I'm saving those for next year, and then some more Christmas cards that maybe I'll use. I liked this envelope. So anyway, all that's getting packed away for December. What else? I think that's it. Oh, I got an escaped pen. I'll stick it back in here for now. Okay. And then the other thing, is that everything? That's everything. So if I do figure out a way to pack this, I don't think it's going to be in this 31 bag. I have a Delphonics pouch that might have worked better, but again, I couldn't come out and swap it. So I also took the time, before I got sick, I bought some organizing items to help organize this stuff, paper and clippings and things that I want to use in my journal. Instead, they were just like thrown in a box like this, which I still do have. This was still in here. Things like this. and it was, I like flipping. I think other journalers gave me this idea, and I really do like it. But I wanted to try a little bit better organization. So I did kind of take the time to go through one of those bins and go through, all of this should be stuff I had pulled out for January. So it's the same concept. These are from Michaels. 1, 2, 3. There's 4 sections. And so I don't know how it's going, if it's going to stay like this. But in this, I have 2 of these. In this section, this is kind of like smaller bits. I had made that out of newspaper. That was a project I thought I wanted to do. Maybe smaller tags or journaling spots here. Here's some of those journaling cards that I had cut out. These are from Simple Stories. And this mostly would be related to January. This is from an old calendar. And back here would be stickers and then some larger journaling spaces. The other one is, I won't pull it over, it has some Happy Planner stickers, some excess paper from when I put together the journal, more greeting cards related to January. So here we are. And here is how I know I have this hobby. This is my hobby, truly, because the whole time I'm going, I am missing, I need to get started on my January journal. Not really much going on, literally. I was stuck in the bedroom, but this is going to tell you how bad I have it. I did do some journaling, so this was my first idea. I was like, oh, I'm living on Halls. So I kept some of the Halls wrappers. Maybe that'll go on one of those pages, along with my negative home COVID test, which was great news. I'm not sure why that's in there. I had kept this. This was from January 1st, and this is about jotting down some things for the following year. I kept that. I had planned to do that, but I never did take the time. Here's where I had went to urgent care, where I felt so bad. Thought I would cut out something from this. Happy New Year. This is from a card. What's this? That's just a receipt. I don't really need that. Now here's where it gets funny. So my husband was bringing me all kinds of things. I'll tell you that in a minute. But he went and he got a bunch of stuff for me, some medicines that I needed, and soup, crackers, things like that. So I don't even remember what day. I just wrote day 1, quarantine. I said, hey, can you bring me those soup labels? And because I was like, maybe I'll put one in my journal at some point to kind of document this time. And so he did bring me 2. I like to make homemade soup, but to me this is the next best thing, and he's not going to make homemade soup. So I started journaling on the back of the soup cans. And so these will have to go into my journal somehow. I even what is this photo of? I said, I'll put a photo here. Not sure what, I've got to figure out the photo. Oh, my dog, he was sniffing under the door and whining, and so we let him come in for a little bit, and he was snuggling up with me, and so that's a photo of him there. So that kind of tells you how bad I have it, I guess. It's kind of weird to admit, but it's the truth. Sprite, I lost my sense of taste, and COVID is nasty, nasty, nasty. Even Sprite had no flavor, zero. It tasted like bubbly water. It's ridiculous. Oh, here's, what is this? Oh yeah, I have lost most taste and smell. And this is off of a hummus package, which usually is a really strong flavor. Zero taste, none. So there's some more journaling, applesauce. Yeah, I really didn't feel like eating, so he was pushing all kinds of things to me. I was like, okay, I'll eat some applesauce. What else is in here? This is just leftover from where I had thrown things on my desk. This is a supplement I ordered from Amazon, an immunity booster supplement. I don't know if that'll make it. Maybe I'll make a tag or something out of it. Not sure. The Prime package it came in. Trying to stay on a somewhat of a diet. It wasn't working. And then, let's see. Well, this is stuff not from when I was in the bedroom. Yeah. I think, oh, here's one more thing. So, I wonder if I can grab it. I had a bag full of magazines. So this was the other little project that it was on my list of things to do, but I probably wouldn't have got it done if I wasn't quarantined for COVID. So I went through, I don't even know how many magazines. Well, these aren't magazines, but I was sitting last night cutting some more simple story cards up. But I went and pulled everything that caught my eye in these magazines so I could I'm trying to clean up my craft room. And there's some craft cleanup videos posted, craft room cleanup videos. Oops, there's some just scrap. I'm not going to post a video of me cleaning up my craft room because my craft room truly is a mess. It has a lot of piles, let's just say, and then if you followed along on the last series, my husband went to Michigan to help clean up my dad's house to get it ready to go on the market. He passed away last year. And so a lot of the stuff from my dad's house came here, and he brought home COVID. We quarantined him, flipping through to see if anything really jumped out at me, and these may, because it's 33 degrees out this morning. We did not get any snow, it looked like, when I went outside. But it's icy, so we're here. So anyway, he, I believe, brought COVID home to us, and So needless to say, none of the stuff brought home from Michigan got really put away. We got some of the furniture pieces cleaned up and brought in the house, but not really in any kind of order. And then there's boxes and boxes that ended up in my craft room. So little by little, I'll have to go through them. So that's going to be an ongoing project. Now that I'm back to work, went back to work, I work from home. So I worked from home all day, all of the days. Now that I'm back working, whoops, I knocked that again. There's not much time. So maybe one of these cutouts might be good for today. And this was in one of the magazines, and I'm not normally a crossword type person, but I did do that crossword. So anyway, and a lot of the things I cut out specifically to try to use in my journal. This one, I do several types of journals. I do like reflection or kind of where maybe I would jot down memories or feelings, and the traditional journal. I have that type of journal, but those are my junk journals, and they're not your traditional, all the words, the today I did. It's thoughts and feelings and memories. So that's why I cut this image out. We're in North Carolina. We are never sledding like this where I am at. I'm in eastern North Carolina, maybe in the mountains. But I grew up north, and we did sled like this. And so this, I thought, would be a good memory triggering image to go in that type of journal. And then I went even further, thinking, well, what if I have this giant January journal? What if I did some of that reflecting in it? And so that may become a page in my 2025 journal, maybe where there's not a lot going on. We'll see what direction this 2025 journal takes. Because, and I'm trying to clear space to get to it. Here's my scissors. Those are good scissors. Tim Holtz makes a lot of good things, but I do really love those scissors. These carbon, does it say Ionic Studios or something? They're great. I love these. They are the scissors no one else is allowed to touch. And I have a few pairs of those. I have those Tim Holtz scissors. I have 2 other scissors that no one else is allowed to touch, and they are only used on fabric. They were given to me as a gift from my husband's grandmother. They're just really good fabric scissors and a pair of really good pinking shears. She worked at a sewing factory back in the day, and so I don't know the brand, but those are like, no one touch these scissors. And God forbid, if I don't know what I would do if I found someone using them on anything other than fabric. So here is 2025, and this is a huge journal. I kind of was looking through it last night going, well, where am I going to start? so far behind. I didn't want to blah, 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 blah. So I know that I will move into this journal once I start working in it. And the first step is going to be this cover. Zero ideas right now, but it'll come. I had pulled out some things earlier, like mid-December, to say, well, I can use this. Like this is some silver ribbon. Is this the stretchy ribbon? Let me see. It is. Huh. Okay. This I bought new. This is not secondhand. I was going to make something with this and never did. And that's usually the way it goes for me. I buy all kinds of things and never do it. The rest of these are probably from a secondhand store. But so silver, and then this is white with like a iridescent shine to it, those ribbons. I pulled those out. Why is this not? Ah, there it is. I just like that. I don't know where I'll use it. Probably just tags. That's really pretty. I don't know if you can see it. So, but none of this goes with the cover. Rick Rack. This is definitely from a thrift store somewhere. None of it goes. None of it. They're January colors. To me, they are. But it doesn't go on this cover. So I have to figure that out, and it will come. It will come eventually. There's a few things I don't like about this. So 2025, I wanted to keep all together. When I did the Burn Month series, I started it in September, and I did a monthly journal. Some I did as 1 page per day, some as 2 pages per day. All of them got very, very chunky. But I wanted to keep 2025 together in one space. I was going to try to bind together the 2024 Burr months, and they just got too chunky. Well, here's the December one right here. It is finished, but I did finish it in covered, but they're all very chunky like this. So I was able to bind them, which is, I just put some ribbon around September, October, and November. But to add December, it was just going to be too top heavy. So December will be a standalone. So the goal for 2025, I've got things falling at me, is to keep it all together. I had some old Reader's Digest books that I had intended to make some sort of journal out of. I do make junk journals from time to time. I haven't made one in a while. I thoroughly enjoy making those. And so I incorporated, I think this is 3. Yep, 3 of those Reader's Digest. They were all the same size. So I've never made one of these. I think a lot of people call them lap books. So I wanted to do that. It was something I really wanted to do. And so it took me a little bit of math work. Which I kept some templates, but to get them together, and finally came up with this. And there's mistakes I made. So if I ever do one of these again, I know where I made those mistakes. I'm not going to point those out, but you may or may not notice them. One of them, it's not a mistake, but I love the inside cover. Doesn't match at all, but I really like the brightness. And on the inside, this is an old file folder that I use to bind the books together. the ones that flip out. And then this is the two books. The center is the two books that become front and back. And then this is just cardboard. So I liked the way this fabric looked on the inside. It matches up really well with the file folder that I used, which happened to match one of the book covers. So I do really like that. And the intention is to have 12 signatures in here. And so if you see, let's see, how do I do this? Like this. So it folds out. That's one section. And then out. And usually that's where a lap book stops. And so this is very long because I wanted to have those 12 signatures in here. So the first thing I think I'm not going to like is it's going to be difficult to work in because I've got to have so much space on either side to move it over to work in, like, for instance, this first signature, which I did get one signature in before I started feeling really bad. But this is back to my roots, so to speak, in the true junk journal style. This is some wrapping paper. I think this was out of a book. Christmas, but to me it didn't really look Christmassy. I've got some tea-dyed paper, which I love the feel and the sound of that. Some scrapbooking pages, New Year's. This was out of a gutted book. So back to my roots as far as junk journaling goes. And so you can see that one signature here. The other thing I don't like is I knew I would need something to close these together. And I've seen other journalers use magnets, but because I just couldn't figure it out, honestly. And maybe there is a way, but so I took some of the fabric from the inside and made this tie, and now that's glued in where it would have to tie, but it's now in the way, and so I'll have to figure out how to maneuver that as well, because I'm sure I know I'll need something to hold this together when I'm done. And so January, February will go here, March, April, May, June, July, August will go in the center, which I don't think you can see where I'm pointing, and so on. So for January, this is where we are, and this is where we're going to start today. I don't think I'll get any journaling done because I have to kind of orient myself to the days. Of course, always between Christmas and New Year's, those days always seem to blend together. But truly, with then going right into being sick, I truly kind of lost track of what day. I did take some notes, and you saw some things on soup labels. But again, I'll have to go through, I think, my pictures to see what day 2 is. So that means I need to figure out numbers. And what I just realized is these pages are smaller. a lot smaller. This is a little bigger than 8.5, but this is about the size. So I'm already, it's going to take me a bit to get used to this journal. I can already tell that. Here's some more ephemera. This is the way my new year started. Kleenex, Halls, tea. Okay. So yeah, it was kicked in really good. The first was, see, I don't even have the days of the week down. So that's something I'll have to do. I'll do it off camera. The third, let's just see. So the first was a Wednesday. Oh, I'd forgotten. I had got this page-a-day calendar. Let's see. And I do not have the first. Oh, maybe they're here. That's the second. Huh. Oh, I'm not going to go rummaging for it. Oh, duh, here's the first. It had that. So here's the third. I wonder if I should use these instead for January. And here I go again. Not putting the days and numbers down, days and dates. Yeah, I might use that. Here's the second, which was Thursday. Oh, the third was a Friday. Okay, can't find the other ones, but this Saturday is when COVID really, really kicked in for me, and it was miserable. And that's when I ended up going to urgent care. So, not sure how well when I fold this up. I'm normally used to just sticking things in here. I'll have to be careful about doing that. All right, so Saturday. So was that day one of quarantine? Probably. Then that would have been day 2. Not sure if this is right. And Saturday would be the 4th. This is the 5th. And this is the 6th. Do I have the 7th? Yep. The 7th. I have the 8th. What day is today even? My goodness, I don't even know what today is. The 11th. 8th. 9. I don't see the 10th handy. Thursday the 9th. Okay, so this was Friday, yesterday. I'm looking over at my calendar. Oh, you know what? I was feeling so much better. Went outside some. It was great. The fresh air truly, truly helped me. I filled up all the bird feeders. My husband bought me a bird cam for Christmas. The day we took down our outdoor decorations, he put that up for me. And that's the other thing I did, is watch all these birds. Visit our bird cam area. And it was really cool. Last night, I'm searching across next to me because I thought I had I could do it over here so you can see what I'm flipping through. I'm looking for a bird picture, which I thought I had cut one out. Yep. And this, as I was cutting these out, I thought, are these too big for this journal? And look at that, it cuts off his tail. Maybe not. So, we'll see. I'm not sure if that will work or not. But anyway, so I filled up all the bird feeders. Didn't snow. We did not get snow. It's 30 some degrees outside, but we did not get snow. So, why did that pop out? Thursday, I might use that. Friday, Saturday. Okay. So this is Saturday, the 11th. Is that right? Yep, the 11th. And it's, how did that work out? It's New Year's. Well, it's okay. And so today is a snow day. Thought I had something. My goodness, I am so unorganized. I need to get back into it. Here it is. I had pulled out some things. Here it is. So this is the template I had made. When I put this book together, I figured, well, this is going to go for an entire year, so I don't want to have to keep come into the book and to have to measure. So last night, I was flipping through papers and things, and I came across this. It was a 12 by 12 piece of paper, but I liked the house because I knew today we're kind of locked in here because in North Carolina, we are not built for winter weather. We're just not. So there we go. That takes care of that whole page. I'll trim this down some and use this as my background for today. So, how am I going to do that? Right, so I want this side to match up here. And that's the bottom, so I want that to match up there. Okay. So I'm off just a little bit. There. And is that right? Yeah, I probably cut it crooked. I'm gonna trim. Trust my instincts here. And trust that I probably cut this crooked last night. that goes. Well, so that takes care of the height. Look at how bad that is. So what I'm going to do is, well, would that be so bad sideways? Oh, let me not get side. Don't get sidetracked. All right, let me glue this in. If you've followed, you can see sometimes I get sidetracked. Well, I quite frequently get sidetracked. Okay, so I'm going to just glue this paper right in here, and that will become my background. Not sure what's going to happen today. I know I'm making soup. My husband bought me a new crock pot. Nothing special, but my crock pot had broken, oh my gosh, I think it's been about 2 years. And so all I've been using is the Instapot. And Instapot is great, but sometimes you want that slow cook. And my Instapot is old, and it doesn't really do slow cook very well at all. So he went out, he did all of our grocery shopping for this storm. Yes, we went and stocked up for the storm. And so we came up with a list of meals that we wanted to have and make, and he has been so good while I've been sick. So he did all the grocery shopping, and I wanted to make potato soup today. I love making any type of soup, but he likes potato soup, so I wanted to make something nice for him. So he came home with the crock pot, and I was tickled pink. So now I have a new crock pot, and I will be putting, when I get done here, putting the soup in, and we'll be able to smell that all day. Cooking, I'm not sure what else. I'm sure I'll play in the craft room. Let's see, here's another problem with this. I need to turn and be able to trim off this bottom section. And I have this giant area over here that I have to contend with. But it works out. I think I will get used to it, and it'll be just fine. But I am excited to have 2025 journaling all together in one book. Every time you tip in something like this, it adds dimension. So we will see how this thing may become a monster. I like that page. And we'll worry about tomorrow. I have moved so many things around, and I don't know where anything is. I have some numbers somewhere. I'll have to find them later. Wonder if I could do this. I could, but tomorrow is probably, if you live in eastern North Carolina, you know that this ice and snow is probably going to be gone tomorrow. So probably don't need that for tomorrow. Well, so that is a start in my January journal. I actually have something glued down. I hope you follow along this year and see how this journal progresses. I'm thinking. I can't think and talk, apparently. See how the journal progresses, how I deal with this size journal. The pages are smaller. How am I going to cram all my junk in here? But I'm excited to be back to my roots, junk journal style here. And as we go, we'll see, just see. I'm already collecting papers for my February signature. So, all right, I am going to stop this video here because I don't want to bore you with me kind of thinking things through. Oh, see, I stuffed some stuff in and I'm like, okay, let me see how this is going to work. So I think it's going to work. Nope, now I can't stand it up. Well, that's not a big problem. All right. I guess this was kind of a boring video, or maybe not. I hope you enjoy kind of my process and follow along with me on me coming back to my roots, doing a true junk journal for 2025. 12 signatures, all in one book. We'll see how it goes. I hope you have an enjoyable rest of your Saturday, and I will see you next week.